So now we've just installed zipline-trader, and the next part is ingesting data. But before we could do that, we need to understand the configuration of the package. So let's take a look at that and let's create it. So this is the documentation, and we have a section here called configuration file zipline-trader.yaml. So what is this configuration file? So the package has a lot of moving parts: which data provider to use, which broker to use, or which data backend to use. And you could use Postgres, which is a new feature on this version 1.6.0, or use the SQLite that was previously used with Zipline and all the other versions. So let's create this file. This is why we need this file. And one important thing is that if you prefer to use environment variables, you could do that as well. You just set those variables, and zipline-trader, if it could not find the configuration file, it will read it from the environment variables. So do whatever you prefer. So this is a sample config file. Let's fix this typo. This is a sample config file right here, and we are going to create it in the installation magic. We're going to create it in the installation directory in which we just installed zipline-trader. So let's do it together. So this is where we've installed it, right? If you remember, van with demo. And I'm going to use Notepad, the Windows Notepad, basically just that, to edit this file in the zipline demo folder. Just a reminder, we have here the virtual environment that we've installed and the zipline-trader repository which we cloned from GitHub, right? So this is a fresh install with an empty directory, and now we're going to put the credentials and other things that we want to use right here. So let's do that. And I'm just going to copy from the documentation and put it right here. Right? Simple and very easy. I'm not going to use right now Alpha Vantage or Binance or the backend for Postgres, so I'm going to delete that. But if you choose to use that, or if I make another video later with the other options, we'll do that again. We'll do that as well. So let's just delete that. So I'm just going to copy this part and save that, and then we could actually execute it. So basically what we have here, I'm going to put here my free Alpaca account credentials, and I'm going to select a universe, right, the S&P 500 universe, which is a small universe, and I'm even going to do, I'm going to even reduce the universe even further for testing, which is a possibility. I'm going to define a custom asset list as we have here, right? And I'm just going to ingest Apple, Tesla, and Google to make it shorter. But you could select a universe, and this is also documented, so check the documentation. We could use that, or we can use a custom asset list, as we do here. So I'm going to save that, and now we need to tell the package where to find this file. And the way we do that, so let's close this, and we need to define an environment variable, a zipline-trader config, and tell the package where to find this file. So, okay, so yeah, of course we need to do it on a Windows machine, so we can do it like this without the export. Let's delete that. Always get confused with this. And yeah, that's basically that. So this is the configuration part. We just created a zipline-trader config file, and we define the configurations that we want. I will of course put my credentials instead of this placeholder. And in the next video we are going to see how we are ingesting using the Alpaca bundle these 3 assets and put it and store it inside an SQLite database. So, see you soon.